Bullshit, Mr. Handman. Man, you come right out of a comic book.
What's his name? Cypha Omni? Is that how you say it?
In a land
I'm white, sorry.
I used to actually be the beatbox cat in the Cypha circles. And so that's where Cypha even came from.
Now listen to the Cypha Omni Podcast with your host, Cypha
I come from ancient ninja clan. I come from the clan of Cypha Omni. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cypha Omni Podcast. This podcast is definitely a treat for all you fight fans. It's everything UFC, MMA, martial arts. It's everything martial arts with my absolute brother. This is another one of my best friends. We go all the way back to the sandbox. Sifu Rico Bell. He's a martial art extraordinaire. This motherfucker can kick, man. He can kick so fast and kick so hard, but he'll kick your eyelashes off. That's how good this motherfucker is. We grew up training together. We talk about everything martial arts and how jiu-jitsu is not actually sex, but how you can take those techniques and turn it into things in the bedroom. Hell yeah, motherfuckers. Y'all better holler at me so I can get you right, okay? Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. We also talk about some of the upcoming fights coming up. I'm not sure when this one is going to air. It'll probably be, well, right now for you, so it don't matter. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Please hit me up at cyphaomnipodcast@gmail.com if you have any questions, comments, criticism, pictures of you sticking your toe up your German Shepherd's ass. Hey, you know, whatever. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope the sun is shining so beautifully and bright and vibrant in a world full of fucked up bullshit. Alright, bitches. Episode number 5 with my man Rico Bell. Peace. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cypha Omni once again back in action, talking to the great Grandmaster Rico Bell. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Trying to maintain, you know how it is. Keeping this training up.
Oh, yeah, that look, here we go, right off the bat. He talking about keeping your training up, people. You need to holler at us so we can get you right, okay? We ain't playing. We know how to get you right to handle them streets. Now, I got my bro over the phone, and this is going to be the MMA / martial arts / UFC / niggas is on some bullshit, bitches suck podcast. So, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, fuck with me. Anyway, man, look, me and my bro, me and my bro have already been talking for about an hour already, because when we get to talking, boy, we get deep. We get real deep.
On it, man.
Yeah, we get real deep.
You know, just like I was saying, you know what I'm saying, Goku, you know what I'm saying, this is what we call each other, you know what I'm saying, we be on that Dragon Ball Z shit too, you know what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck, I'm 30 years old and still watch cartoons, I don't give a fuck, y'all kiss my ass, you know what I'm saying, but you know, I'm just a real nigga, you know what I'm saying, niggas in Japan watch cartoons, nigga.
Nigga, what?
They be 60 years old watching cartoons.
And pull a samurai sword out his ass like motherfucker. You want to go with me? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Man, to give people an idea, man, we grew up together, man. Me and this dude is practically inseparable. He's a martial art extraordinaire. I mean, he's got some of the most amazing tree trunk legs I've ever seen. If you want to learn how to kick hard, look, I kick hard, but this nigga knocks trees over. Okay.
Come on, Goku, man. What about them galactic hands you got, man?
Whatever, Vegeta, man. Well, my hands ain't shit. Fuck that. Hold on for a second, man. This dude kicks so fucking hard. I call his legs Widowmakers. They widow. If you don't want your husband no more, just let this dude kick him one time with a nice roundhouse, and that's it. And that's it, man.
But you know, we got these haters out here, you know what I'm saying? the niggas that had situations in their life, you know what I'm saying, where they done dropped out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just wanna say this for all the haters. I still love everybody, you know what I'm saying, but I know a lot of people know who young Rico is, you know what I'm saying, and know some of his story. So I'm just gonna tell y'all, I'm back in training. That shit just makes me ambitious, and I'm ready to fucking rumble. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn who it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm keeping it correct. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it mild and shit. But for all the haters, I'm back training and I'm ready.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, Amanda. You know what?
I ain't starting no trouble.
And right. You ain't right. That's not a threat. That's not starting any trouble.
It's just for everybody to doubts me as a martial artist because of the shit that happened to me.
Right, but I mean, but man, let's be real about the situation real quick, ladies and gentlemen. And what he's referring to is he was in a to make a long story short, he was in a crazy bitch relationship. Y'all know y'all some crazy bitches out there, and the bitch was so scandalous. She knew this is a dangerous guy. So when the man was coming home from work or whatever you were out doing, it doesn't matter. You was coming home from work, from what I understand, and it was in the middle of the night, and your back was turned. Everybody does this. Back was turned, sticking your keys into the door to go into your house. And 3 assailants come out of nowhere in the dark and just, sucker punch and knock my dude down. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, everybody goes through situations. Assault is a real thing. Now, yes, martial arts does help you. It does build your confidence. It does, improve your sex life. It does all of that. But, on the flip side, it does improve your senses and stuff like that. But, I mean, this is just a prime example of what he's alluding to of when you excel in your martial arts training, it will make you more aware of your surroundings. And even if you slack off in your training, and bro, you probably agree with me just a little bit, and I've been guilty of this too, if you slack off just a little bit, you could get caught in a situation where you be thinking, damn, if I was on point that day or been on my training, this wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't even be in this predicament right now,
If you don't train, that's a great analogy. If you don't train, you do lose the shit, especially for long, excessive periods of time.
Right.
You have to continuously train all the time. It has to be a repetition, You can't just go out there and train every once in a while and think, you're going to get better.
Absolutely.
It's an obsession.
Yeah. It does basically it becomes a part of your life. It is your life. It's just like right. It's like having a car that's only got 3 wheels, and then you add that 4th tire, and that's when you got the machine rolling. And martial arts is essentially like the steering wheel. You see what I'm saying? It's like having an extra tire to your vehicle. You see what I'm saying?
See, my bro is the scientist right here. He's a great talker, man.
Oh, man, I ain't a man. Shit is dumb and ridiculous as my crazy nigga ass be Man, I just claim to act like I'm smart. I really be looking at Google while I'm talking to people. Look at But anyway, man, let's back it up, man. Let's bring it up to let's bring it back a little bit. Vicky. So, starting out, man, you were introduced to martial arts at what age?
I was actually 5 years old when I started training. My father started me training in Taekwondo. And I kind of basically, when I got older, I started reading books and going to different martial arts studios and learning different skills and basically just adding them to my repertoire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I went from Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun Kung Fu, all the 5 basic animal styles, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm mostly down to the true science of Jeet Kune Do. I mean, it's all, you know what I'm saying, offense, defense, you know what I'm saying? When they react, I react. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You can explain that shit a little more, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Yeah, man, I mean, you know what, and that's basically, I mean, and that's how we met, is growing up together, training in different styles of martial arts. Basically, we were ahead of the curve of what MMA is now. We were already mixing a lot of different styles together, growing up together, before it evolved into what it is today as a multi-billion-dollar industry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And so,
martial arts is a very lucrative lucrative event, brother.
Yes, it is, my friend. But you know what? If you know what, it does take a lot of sacrifice.
It does, man. It takes a lot of sacrifice, discipline, and, man, and it can benefit you in so many ways of your life. Not just being able to fight, not just being able to defend yourself, but, I mean, it improves, like, under high-pressure situations, your thinking skills, the way you react. I mean, it's so multifaceted, and it's even been clinically proven, man. And I think I've posted articles on Facebook before to where it's clinically proven that martial arts can even help with depression and anxiety disorders and all these different things that most people will go to a shrink and get medication for, man. You know, so, I mean, when you're able to add martial arts into your life, and actually some of these psychiatrists, well, actually psychologists, recommend to some of their patients to indulge into a martial art, whether it's Tai Chi or Jiu-Jitsu or Judo, it doesn't matter. But, man, to come back to what you were saying, man, with Jeet Kune Do, for people who don't understand Jeet Kune Do, I'll let you go ahead and explain it. What is Jeet Kune Do?
It is way of the intercepting fist.
Yes.
That's what it's translated in English.
What the heck?
So.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Like I said, I wasn't actually formally trained by an instructor as far as with the Jeet Kune Do, but from having a martial art background, you can catch on to different things. I mean, through book reading and watching different things, you know, and you can just incorporate it into your style.
Right.
So really, in essence, me and my boy, we have more of a freestyle martial art.
Right.
It's Jeet Kune Do, but it's more of a freestyle because it's kind of complicated.
As you were saying, man, we've got as far as our Jeet Kune Do, the way we train in Jeet Kune Do is more of a freestyle way of fighting. Can you elaborate on that more for the people? Because people used to me talking too damn much, man. So I'm gonna let you just, you know, let you go.
Man.
What's that?
I think you're the scientist, man.
Man, I ain't no damn scientist, nigga. Look, I am on the grill with that Lowry's, nigga. Look, you know what I'm saying?
What he's saying is, you know what I'm saying? It's a freestyle martial art. I mean, it can be called Jeet Kune Do, but in a sense, it's not Jeet Kune Do because it wasn't formally trained to us. We added different bits and pieces from Jeet Kune Do and different bits and pieces from all sorts of martial arts and basically put it in one.
Right, and then you know what? We could hail back to the all-great Grandmaster Bruce Lee.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
even
yes,
he said
sir.
Jeet Kune Do was just a name. It's just a name.
Exactly.
You know, and so, you know, and this is basically the attitude that you should want to have in any endeavor, whether it's boxing or whatever. You know, you want to be able to incorporate different things into your arsenal that work specifically for you. You know, and it go back and even, you know, my childhood, man, I started out in judo. You know, I was a grappler when I was 5 years old, 5, 6 years
Throwing
old.
niggas over.
Yeah, you know,
Brown shape.
You know, I was tossing a few of these cats around, you know. You know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody collar.
Yeah. and you know, and then I started out judo, small circle jiu-jitsu, rest in peace, Wally J. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I went into Jeet Kune Do with you. You know what I'm saying? I was already doing a little bit of karate, you know what I'm saying, before I went into Jeet Kune Do with you, and we ain't left Jeet Kune Do ever since. You know what I'm saying? And we've just migrated into dozens and dozens of styles since then. You know, but we have a traditional background in martial arts together. You know, we both have some ring experience, of course. You know what I'm saying? But most of what we train in that's designed to do is for the street. It's for you to protect yourself in the street or in your home, protect your family and your kids, and maybe, you know, a dog with 2 legs or something. You know, I mean, whatever you want to protect is what we teach you to do. You know what I'm saying? And really the reason that we kind of strongly stick to more of a traditional feel as far as protecting yourself in the street, and Rico can probably agree with me on this, is because of the fact that when you're in the street, there is no rules. There's no octagon. You know, no
stand-ups. get you in a grappling situation.
Right.
You can bite to get out of a situation, a grappling situation.
Right.
And eye gouge.
Yeah. And a lot of people, there's things that you could do in the street that you obviously can't do in a controlled situation, because the street is not a controlled situation. And that's why we focus more. You know, a lot of guys are kind of, you know, coming. Well, man, yeah, I could train you in some techniques to use in MMA, but I don't train in MMA. You know, I don't teach in MMA, and Rico doesn't teach in MMA. We can. You know, we can. We've been in controlled situations. We've competed growing up and sparred and all kind of things like that. You know,
but
yeah,
we used to get in the backyard and beat the hell out of each other.
Oh yeah, especially with each other, man. It had a whole school scared of niggas, boy. Like here come them Ninja Turtles, them nigga turtles, nigga. You better.
Guys, I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea about me, you know what I'm saying? I do still have a little animosity about that situation that happened back in the day, but really, it's about, martial arts is more about being peaceful and calm and tranquil.
Right.
You know, and you want to walk away from a situation before you interact in something, you know what I'm saying, that can cause you trouble, you know what I'm saying? You want to just walk away from that situation.
Absolutely, man. And you know what? It is kind of a,
if you can.
Yeah. If you can, I mean, defending yourself should always be the last resort. Always should be the last resort. It doesn't matter. You know, people could talk shit till they're blue in the fucking face. All right, they could do that. All right, but you know what? When you're in a situation where you absolutely have no other options but to defend yourself, that's when martial arts should ever be incorporated, or any type of self-defense strategy should ever be incorporated. You know, violence is not ever the true answer to any fucking solution. It's not the solution all the time. You know, it's just not. You know, and all it does is create more problems for you, especially if you're a seasoned, trained martial artist. And let's be real. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and big my bro up like him and myself. You know, we can easily get into a legal situation where we're caught in a situation and we're getting attacked, and because of our trained knowledge of the martial arts, if we don't back away after defending ourselves, we could be considered the aggressor, and we're the ones still in more trouble than the dude that we had to defend ourselves against, or multiple assailants. You know, so martial arts is a very, very, very delicate piece to your anatomy. You know, and you know, in addition to what he was saying, it keeps you balanced, it keeps you focused, and it gives you a certain sense of accomplishment. You know, it just does, you know, and it's not to give you the complex of, oh, I'm Big Billy Badass and I can beat your fucking ass and knock you out with my pinky finger, nigger. What do you want to do, huh? You want to try me, huh? No, it's not really about that. And usually when you run you run into the occasional asshole that trains in martial arts, especially with the MMA craze. This is not a knock against MMA. You run into that occasional asshole, you know, that has that fucking complex to themselves, and, you know, hey, man, I'll beat your ass. I train in MMA and stuff like that. But you know what? If you run into a traditional martial artist when you don't have a traditional background going into MMA, guess what? Your scrotum will get snatched off. You won't have an ear. You see what I'm saying? And you'll be bleeding from the kidneys, and the back of your head might get split open because there's no way. You might get fish hooked to the ground and wonder what the fuck that was. You see what I'm saying? Treat your ass like a catfish. You see what I'm saying? But you know, but it's real, man. It's true. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely true, man, because with the traditional background, we train to defend against real live street combat situations. It's not a sport, the way we train. It's not a sport. We take what we use and use it in the ring or in the octagon or in sparring sessions or out there on the mats as a sport or as in training or, you know, rolling around with other guys and or doing some stand-up, you know. And things like that. We may take what we know, and actually, me and Rico run into quite often is the fact that the way that we fight is so technically different and so unorthodox. A lot of MMA guys have a lot of problems with us. Because of the fact that a lot of our movements are linear, straight movements. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
What you see in boxing, a lot of hooks and uppercuts, it's linear striking.
Right. And it feels awkward. It feels awkward like, you know, fucking your grandma in front of your mom. It feels a little awkward at first when you... feels a little awkward at first, but you know what? When you have those straight techniques, like, and some people have seen some of my demonstrations on video as far as Facebook and stuff like that. You know, it feels awkward at first, but when you get that down to be a linear striker and to be a linear kicker, a linear puncher, and things like that, man, you know, you can end a lot of situations before they even fucking commence. Before they can even fucking.
Fire, my friend.
Huh?
That rapid fire.
Oh, man, I ain't got shit, man. I ain't got nothing, man. But, man, I'll tell you what, man, we were talking about here, we'll break in this. See, I told you this was going to be a lot of martial arts, so I know a lot of people salivating on, man, let's talk about some techniques or something, man. Tell us something. You know, what can I use as far as a jiu-jitsu technique besides the guard when I get down with my lady in bed later on? You know, or the lockdown or half guard, you know, what's what? You know what I'm saying? Man, we were talking about this last weekend, man, when you here at the crib, man. Who's your pick, Chael Sonnen or Anderson Silva in July? Who you got?
Brother, you already know who I got. I got Anderson Silva. You know what I'm saying? Diffusing the situation, because basically the last time they fought and met in the octagon, Anderson Silva had a broken rib.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And basically, Anderson Silva wanted to prove a point about his grappling because of that little comment that Chael Sonnen made about the Nogueira brothers.
Right.
So he wanted to prove a point as far as with his grappling. He wanted to keep it on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, in a lot of the shit, he basically was letting him take it to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to prove his point.
Right, and you know what? Chael Sonnen had that complex at the time. You know, Division I wrestler. I mean, he got skills. Don't get me wrong.
He got skills. I'm not taking it away, man. He's a strong motherfucker, man. I mean, he's a real established wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I mean, but this time it's gonna be different.
Oh yeah.
Because I think my prediction is Anderson Silva knocking him out.
You think it's gonna be a knockout?
I think it's going to be a knockout, because this time he's just going to go all out and just stand up with me.
You
he's already
lose.
Proved his point.
You know?
He's already proved his point on the ground, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he has.
So now,
and
like I said, his ribs is back, you know what I'm saying? He's in good health.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I agree with you. I'm going Anderson Silva all the way in this one too, and I think it's going to be a knockout too. Honestly, I know it's a bold prediction to a lot of people that might be listening, but that's how I feel. Honestly, because of the fact Anderson's whole mission the first time they fought was to submit him, not knock him out.
Exactly.
And how much irony must you feel to be beating his ass through 4.5 rounds and get tapped out by a triangle? Damn, that's some good shit. That's some good shit, man. Good shit. Man, who do you admire in the UFC, brother? Who else do you admire? I know you're a Kung Lee fan.
Anderson Silva. I got a couple, man. I got Anderson Silva. I like Frank Mir, who's fighting Junior Dos Santos.
Ooh,
he's 26.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a great match. You know what I'm saying? You got Junior Dos Santos. You know what I'm saying? He uses a lot of stand up, a lot of good boxing and shit. Yep. I mean, he can beat you down on his feet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can also take it to the ground too. But Frank Mir is the man for the ground.
Man, oh yeah.
He's a jiu-jitsu specialist.
Oh yeah, and people I don't know why people tend to forget that about Frank Mir, man. I don't understand why.
Frank Mir's he's a very established jiu-jitsu player, man.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's brilliant on the ground, man. I mean, he's got some good stand-up too. I mean, of course you've seen that when he knocked out Nogueira.
Yep.
And Nogueira is known for his hands, for his boxing.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man, because he used to be that bulldog, man. You know what I'm saying? He used to be that bulldog, and when he got caught in Frank Mir's little web there, buddy, hey man, that took a lot of people by surprise. You know,
it took me by surprise. I was like, Frank Mir is back.
I was like, boy, this white boy is a bad motherfucker. Look at him out there fighting like a nigga, boy. Look You know he trained with niggas. He got to. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he was also raised up in karate. His father, you know what I'm saying, had a studio in his hometown.
Yep.
He trained in karate. You know what I'm saying, at a young age. So that's where he started. He started striking, but he just got better on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, his stand-up is great too.
Oh yeah, he's got great stand-up, man. So his stand-up
is great.
Yeah, man, because that dude, I think his bones are made out of steel, dude. You know what I'm saying? I think they are, man.
I just don't like how Shane Carwin and Brock Lesnar did him the last time. And
oh yeah, that was some bullshit, man. You know. Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't take nothing away from Brock Lesnar, but that nigga did get his ass put by
Alistair Overeem.
Alistair Overeem.
Yeah. He got beat up by a faux hawk black nigga. You know what I'm saying? even though his testosterone levels allegedly are, you know, superhuman and shit. You know what I'm saying? When he beat the fuck out of Brock. But you know what? In my opinion, man, Brock Lesnar had no business even being back in the ring that soon with that diverticulitis, man. When you get 12 inches of your colon taken out and you taking those fucking knees from an Alistair Overeem to the fucking gut, oh, son.
That's another great striker, man. He's one of the greatest strikers in MMA, man.
Oh yeah, man. The dude is just fucking. He's phenomenal, man. He's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
He's phenomenal, man. To go back to Frank Mir Jr. Dos Santos, man. What do you think? What's your take on Dos Santos? What do you think his strategy should be?
Wow, I think that Dos Santos should just keep it on the feet.
Keep it stand
boxing,
up.
You know what I'm saying? Work his boxing on Frank Mir. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his angles. I mean, just what he does to everybody.
Avoid the takedowns and.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Avoid the takedowns.
That's kind of like.
I mean, he's a good grappler.
Yeah.
As well, but he's not as good as Frank.
Right, and I think the strategy should be similar to what John Jones just did with Rashad Evans. You know, Rashad Evans is phenomenal on the ground. And, you know, they both come from a wrestling background out of New York. Him and John Bone Jones both do. You know, but John Jones said even after the fight, you know, hey, man, I knew to keep it stand up because his wrestling's better than mine. And I wasn't about to let him take me to the ground, so I used my reach through this whole match.
That was intelligent. That's intelligent fighting.
Right.
I mean, he knows his weakness. He knows that he's good on the ground, but Rashad's better.
Oh, yeah.
Logically, keep it on the feet.
Right, exactly. You know, that's just like, you know, if the average Joe who's in the boxing gym, you know, sweating like Rocky with Mick yelling over his shoulder were to run into a Gracie. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in hell I'm going to the ground with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stand-up fighter, so I'm going to keep you're a hell of a lot better than me on the ground. So I'm going to keep you stand-up. I mean, you know, I think Dos Santos' strategy should be kind of the same, man. I kind of tend to agree with you, too, man. Keep it at an angle, you know.
Avoid those takedowns.
Yeah, keep things
at brawl, basically.
Yeah, just keep it at an angle, you know what I'm saying? Kind of keep that mid-range fighting distance. You know what I'm saying? To kind of gauge when he wants to shoot on you, you know.
You never know, because Frank Mir
he's got good stand-up, too.
As well.
Yes, it's going to be a good fight, man.
It might be a night for Frank Mir to show you, hey, I'm going to show you guys my stand-up. My stand-up is just as good or better than his.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never know. You know what I'm saying? We'll just see, you know what I'm saying, what happens during the fight. But on paper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I view it. I think that Dos Santos should keep it on the feet. He's got a better chance on the feet.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think a Dos Santos' better chance is to stay out of the ocean and stay on the beach. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Avoid that great white infested water or Frank Mir, boy. You know what I'm saying? Because that dude, he looks like he has an endless bag of submissions for your ass. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man.
And he's real patient. He's real patient on the ground, man. Especially off his back. You know what I'm saying?
Off his back, dude. I mean, yeah, he's a beast, man.
Yeah, man.
He's a beast.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully, I mean, I want Frank to win the title. You know what I'm saying? So he can get some redemption from the losses from Brock Lesnar and all them motherfuckers. That's who I'm rooting for.
Yeah.
I want Mir to be the heavyweight champion again.
Yeah, I kind of want Frank Mir to get it back too. I want him to retain the title myself, man. That's going to be a damn good match, man. You know.
It's just like everybody. You have your losses, you know what I'm saying? It's how you pick yourself back up.
Right. I mean, you're going to win some and lose some, especially in a violent sport like that, man, where everything is so technical and one bat of an eyelash could change the whole outcome of a match, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so fucking exciting and emotional to watch, man. You know, it's something that, you know, especially if you're not a martial artist or you haven't been around that type of atmosphere, to see what it's evolved into. You know, yes, it has its hang-ups that we kind of mentioned earlier in this podcast, but at the same time, it's just as exciting to see, you know, to see these type of matches, because, you know what, I mean, growing up, man, competing and stuff, man, I hated point scoring and all this stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? And
exactly. MMA lets you go just full blast.
Yeah, full blast.
I mean, of course you have rules.
Right.
But you can knee and kick and hit as hard as you want.
Right. And versus, you know, point competitions and stuff like that. For people who are not familiar with that, like, you get certain points where you can't strike. I mean, you can't strike to the head or it's a penalty. You know, like in certain styles of martial arts. You know, I'm not gonna dime them out. You know what I'm saying? Because not all branches of particular martial arts are the same. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know that you can, some competitions you can't strike to the head, you can't strike to the groin. Of course, you know, typical stuff that you would think aren't allowed in a fight. But you know, that's why UFC and MMA and all these other, you know, mixed martial arts competitions that are coming up and industries that are coming up with Cage Rage, Strikeforce, Bellator. You know what I'm saying? K1, Pride, Vale Tudo. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of them out there. It's so exciting to see people that are willing to put their health and vital signs on the line to prove that they're the champion, man. And
but I understand that. Like I said, I understand their obsession because we have the same obsession. I mean, trying to, you know, make your martial art the best that it can be.
Right.
You want to be one of the top grade human beings, you know what I'm saying, on earth. That's your whole goal.
And the beauty and the beauty of the true I'm sorry, bro. And the beauty of the true essence of martial arts too, man, is the fact that you can all train in the same style, but martial arts is a art. It's an art form. No one fights the same. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? No one fights the same, so people would think, oh, well, your technique's a little off and this and that. Yeah, when it comes to the basics, your techniques have got to be pretty technically sound, but, you know, everybody fights different, and that's the beauty of it, because you'll have one match where a dude is a jiu-jitsu expert, and he's maybe a brown belt underneath a Brazilian top team or something like that, and then the other guy you got coming in, maybe he's not under a particular martial art that goes by a belt or ranking system, and he's a kickboxer from Thailand. You see what I'm saying? Where he's got 108 matches in Thailand coming in with his kickboxing. You see what I'm saying? Those different elements colliding and clashing is so fucking exciting, man. You know.
Exciting, man. It's just great to see all the styles, you know what I'm saying, and what would this style do up against this style, you know?
Yeah.
It's great. It's great to watch.
Yeah,
it's very exciting.
That's what adds to the mystique of it, man. And you know what? Since I was kind of rambling on, man, you know, you know what I'm saying? Since I was kind of rambling on, I just stumbled upon an interesting topic, how people in general feel that if you come from a martial art or you train in certain styles and you're not a black belt, means that you're not a master of martial arts. What's your take on that, brother? Because I know you about to get deep on that one.
You know, really, in essence, if you think and feel and train like a master, you are a master. You are already a master. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, but this is not to confuse you fucking jack-off motherfuckers that's got cum all over your computer keyboards and a lightsaber underneath your pillow. We're not talking about you guys. We're not talking about y'all that's got them foam nunchucks thinking y'all doing something. We're talking about the people that's truly dedicated. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the dude that watched The Matrix and then went outside, thought he could kick 10 times in 1 second. We're not talking to you fucking imbeciles at all. That's the oh goodness gracious, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
I think it really takes dedication and I mean a lot of perseverance and, you know, just getting out there blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
To be a master. And like I said, it's a mental thing as well. I mean, it's 80% mental.
And 20% physical. Yep.
Exactly. So it's more of in your training and how you view yourself.
Right.
If you view yourself as a master, you walk as a master, you train as a master, you are a master. You are already a master. Whatever you've been through in your life, you know, as far as for coming from me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm still a master. I've taught many people martial arts.
Yeah, we both have. Yeah, we both have. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because, I mean, I know I go back to that situation a lot, but just because of that situation that happened to me doesn't mean that I'm not an established martial artist and that I wasn't a teacher at once.
Right. It'll add a side note to what you're saying, man. Just the other day, man, it's unfortunate, this young man, I want to say it was in an Atlanta newspaper. He was a world champion martial artist. His car broke down at the drive-in in a movie theater, and he walked over to the next car and asked the guy, hey, man, can I get some help? Shot him and killed the young man. He was 29 years old. A world champion martial artist. For no apparent reason at all. His car broke down and he just wanted to jump. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just to add the side note to what you're saying, you know, freak things can happen to people. Freak things can happen to people. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you're not established in it. It doesn't even mean just martial arts in anything you do. Everybody makes fucking mistakes in their life. Maybe it's even on the job. You know, you could be a mechanic and a car mechanic and the car broke down the road. Okay, that happens. That doesn't mean that you're still not established as a damn good mechanic. You know, and it's
exactly.
And it's the same thing.
What I'm saying is, everybody, whoever lost a fight, and you're a martial artist or whoever you are, don't let that get you down. Keep going. Keep going.
Right.
Keep improving.
Keep persevering.
Don't keep your head down and let anybody, whoever has something to say, you know what I'm saying, oh, you're not a real martial artist because that happened. No. Keep on going, my friend.
Motherfucker, if you was bad, nigga, you fight me right now, Mr. Black Belt. What you gonna do, nigga? Shit. Oh, this nigga's a pussy, man. He ain't no real... But you know what? But you know what? Here's a misconception that a lot of people tend to fall into, and Rico can probably attest to this as well. A lot of people fall into this misconception of just because you're a black belt means that you can't be fucked with or you're a badass martial artist. Oh, hell no, my friends. Oh, hell no. A lot of martial arts studios, I'm sorry, nowadays, they use that black belt as a way to basically to get your money, okay? They're just out to get your fucking money, a lot of these studios. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to do any of that. We've walked into many of studios. Me and this brother here have walked into many of studios and seen black belts, sparred with black belts, embarrassed black belts. And, you know, because of the fact that a lot of these studios are so, they're centered around money grab, pub grab. That's all it is. And you know what, just because that person may be a black belt or a second-degree black belt, you know what, ranking systems to me are fucking pitiful in the first place. You know what I'm saying? The way it is now. In traditional martial arts, it came with honor and respect and a lifelong dedication to these arts.
I mean, of course they use the belt system to, you know, basically mark where you are.
Right. To identify where you are in your training. You know what I'm saying, and your experience, of course. But you know, don't think. You know what I'm saying. Some of the best, and I'll agree, and Bro will agree. Some of the best, most experienced fighters we've ever met in our lives had no belts in no particular style. They just they trained in various styles and molded lethal techniques, you know, to be able to defend themselves. And the way things are today, you know, technology is incredible now. You can get on YouTube. You could subscribe to Sifus that you normally would have to spend, you know, $10,000 just to go and spend a couple weeks or a couple months over in a different fucking country, plus a passport and all this other shit to meet up with other different Sifus and senseis and different instructors around the world. Technology has changed to where you can be a member to their website and they're recording their fucking techniques and classes on the internet that you can watch for, you know, $50 to $100 a month now, versus having to come up with thousands of dollars and quit your job to go train. It's fucking amazing now, the tools that we can take advantage of, you know.
I mean, there's a lot of self-taught martial artists. Donnie Yen, for instance. Donnie Yen is a self-taught martial artist. He learned all his martial art from watching, and he's amazing.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's because people have this misconception and think that you have to go to some studio or dojo to be good.
well, who was your teacher? Where's your rankings? Who did you fight?
No, you don't.
That's my favorite
No,
one.
you
That's my favorite one that I get, bro. Who have you ever fought? Does your stuff really work? Well, touch me and find out, dumbass.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Touch me and find out. I'll give you your first lesson for free, fucking fool. You know what I'm saying?
My blood is crazy, yo.
You know what I'm saying? But it's true, man. You know, and you know, it's kind of funny. It kind of reminds me of what Bruce Lee said. You know, belts are only good for holding your pants up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what? Don't get me wrong. There are still a lot of schools out there that still uphold to the tradition of what a belt ranking should be and what it is and what it shouldn't be. You know, it shouldn't be about the money. And you know, some of these assholes now, man, make you sign a year contract. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, you out $3,000 out of your bank account. You know what I'm saying? But if you throw another $1,000 into it, you'll get that black belt and walk out of there. Now, what good is that serving? You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, martial arts should be a lifelong dedication, and we're putting the emphasis once again on the word art. It's an art. You know, it's an art form. It's no different than having a blank canvas and painting pictures. It's an art form. You know, so, yes, even if you're self-taught, you know, you still have to learn those techniques. You know, and you can go and learn these techniques. You know, Bruce was notorious for that. You know, notorious.
He was self-taught on a lot of the techniques that he learned. He read a lot of books.
Yeah.
He went to different dojos.
Yeah.
And just added to his art.
Right, and he was open-minded. You know, he was open-minded. He didn't care if you had rank or not, because Bruce Lee didn't even carry rank in anything technically as far as belts are concerned. He was based in Wing Chun. That was his base. You see what I'm saying? Versus Rico's base is Taekwondo, and my base is Judo. You know, but from over the last combined together, we got over 40 years of experience, man. You know what I'm saying? Over 40 years of experience in martial arts to where, yeah, you couldn't tell now what our base is, because you have to be open-minded when you embark into a life-changing activity such as martial arts. You know, you got to just...
With us, there is no style.
Right, absolutely. And that's why things look so unorthodox and have worked for us on multiple, and sometimes unreasonably stupid multiple occasions when you're a young man out drinking around a bunch of meathead MMA fans like, hell yeah, dude, we're going to go watch the fucking fights, man. We're going to fight. We're going to go down to Old Town and watch it on the big screen, and I'm going to put on my Affliction shirt, and I'm going to be the shit, dude. Oh, yeah, your bitches are going to be all over me with my fucking spiky blonde hair. Hell yeah, fuck with me. I bench 350, motherfucker. Hell yeah, I've been training in MMA for 6 months. You can't fuck with me. All right, and we've had to embarrass a few of you guys, all right? Okay? You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? We had to embarrass a few of you guys. It's okay. You go out there with that liquid courage all you want to, thinking you Captain America. Go ahead, you know, go ahead. We tradition now, okay? We don't play that shit. What you gonna do? Try to clinch me on the street? What you gonna do? You gonna shoot on me? Are you serious? You gonna take me to the ground? Okay, there, buddy.
I mean, a lot of the techniques in MMA, of course, it will work on the streets. Of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it's a full combative art. I mean, they go full blast. They go hard. Those guys. I mean,
they train their asses
off. Their training routines are crazy.
Man, what was the one that I saw?
They're some of the most fit athletes in the world.
Oh, arguably, easily. And even as a you know, just a hometown martial artist that trains. You know what I'm saying? Such as ourselves, man. You're in better physical condition naturally being in a martial art than most people who just go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a totally different cardio. It's a totally different regimen. It's a totally different shape. You know.
Exactly. That's just like a runner. I mean, they run marathons.
Right.
And things like that. You know, triathlons and all that shit. They get out here and start throwing kicks multiple times and punches and kicks. It's going to wear themselves out because they're using muscles that they've never used before.
Yep. Absolutely, man. The same thing as a swimmer, and like you were saying too, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I was going to say, man, you know, as far as athletes in the ring and in MMA and stuff like that, man, some of these guys' workouts are incredible. Incredible. From kettlebells to CrossFit to one video I saw BJP out there in Hawaii, man, he was holding a stone boulder in his hands and running across the ocean bed floor with it, man. I mean, exactly, some of these guys, man, they take it to the next extreme level of fitness and conditioning.
Altitude and shit.
Oh yeah, thin air and all that stuff, man. There's a whole lot of different dynamics to it. It's not just a meathead fucking sport of MMA. It's not that a lot of it gets that stigma because of the typical crowd that's attracted to that type of thing. But it's not just some kind of meathead, violent sport. That, man, there's a lot of technical, beautiful things if you take the time out to really just kind of give it a little bit of a chance. That you'll sit back and be like, wow, okay, I see what he's doing with his elbow there, and oh, he's slipping his wrist underneath this Adam's up. Oh man, I didn't even know. Wow, Yeah, there's a lot of different things. They're not down there doggy styling at people. That's not what they're doing, okay? You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to hit it from the back. That's not what's going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of technical aspects to the sport of MMA. And don't get us wrong, even though we're both mainly traditional supporters, we enjoy the sport of MMA. But people have to remember, MMA is a sport and not a fighting style. It's a sport. It's a sport to showcase what you know.
Exactly. But like I said, this shit'll work. It will work on the streets as well.
Oh, yeah.
But we're just saying that there's just certain things, different things, like if you get in some kind of a fucked up hole that you can't get out of,
right?
And, versus in the ring, you have to find another way. You can't bite. You can't eye gouge. You can't grab somebody's throat. You can't grab their baby fat to let them release. You know what I'm saying? You know the baby fat, boy.
Yeah, let me grab that love handle. You know what I'm saying? Twist the shit out of it till I rip it off like Mike Tyson biting Holyfield's ear, nigga. You can't do that in the octagon or in the ring. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? That goes also to say, too, man, we're not saying that, MMA enthusiasts and proponents of that train in MMA and stuff like that and work out in MMA. Some of our workouts are MMA induced, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not even gonna lie. I've learned a lot from watching.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just watching and adding different things to my style.
Oh yeah. For sure, man.
They have great techniques, man.
Oh
yeah. Those guys are tough guys, man. Really fucking tough.
Oh yeah, man. You gotta be, man. You gotta have some brass to even get in there, because a lot of people. That's why a lot of people are fans. And they stay fans because they have the thrill and they get the goosebumps and they get the fucking $5 foot-long hard-on about watching it and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the girl may be creaming in her seat about it, but the one difference between that guy that's in that octagon and versus the people that are sitting out there in those $100 to $1,500 seats is the fact that guy had the balls to actually get in there naked and exposed to the fucking world and actually do it.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And that's why the people that are such supportive fans are so enthusiastic about it, because they wish that they had just that little bit of ounce of their enthusiasm to be able to do that. And so basically they live through the guys that they like to watch. They live vicariously through the guys that they like to watch. And like I was backing up to say, man, it's not that MMA can't serve its purpose where you need it to serve its purpose. It's no different than cardio kickboxing with Billy Blanks and stuff like that. Women have used that as an effective tool to get out of situations. We've seen plenty of articles and things of news flash across the TV about women using some of those. All these tools can be used to your advantage. But just please, and we are imploring you to don't be closed and narrow-minded on what a technique should be and what it should look like and what it shouldn't. Please don't be that way, because fighting is damn near next to arguing. Even sex. It's an organic experience. Okay? It is, bro. It's an organic experience. It's spontaneous. Things don't happen methodically. You can't set up things to happen methodically in the street. Things spontaneously combust and erupt the way they do, and you got to be able to react to your body's natural reactions and use your natural reactions as a means of defense for yourself. You know. So I mean, you're not going to be on the street looking like Floyd Mayweather, okay? That's just not going to happen that's not going to happen in a street situation, or a Manny Pacquiao, or you know what I'm saying, or a Dolph Lundgren and shit. You're not going to look like that. If he dies, he dies. You know, he's you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's an organic situation. You got to be able to react, think quick, and get the job done. Get it fucking done and get out of there. Get it done and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people fall into that. A lot of people fall into that. And that's okay. That's okay. Because you know what? Also with your martial arts training, it comes with experience too. You got to get in there and spar with guys and roll with guys and get your ass kicked. Learn what it feels like to get your ass kicked, to be ragdolled, and to really get the sensation of knowing, damn, if this dude want to rape me in my ass, he could. Like, damn, I can't get out his guard. You know what I'm saying? His roundhouse keeps bruising up the side of my fucking thigh. Like, man, you know, you got to go in there with so much humility.
A nigga get some extra strength when the nigga trying to rape him in the ass.
Yeah, you can get that extra strength, but if that motherfucker's got a rear naked choke on your ass, nigga, in 7 seconds, what the fuck you gonna do? If you don't, no, I'm just saying, if you don't have answers for it. You see what I'm saying? If you don't have answers for it, yeah, you gonna wake up like Jim Carrey and me, myself, and Irene, like, where did this dildo come from? You used it on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm Oh, man, but it's true, man. But you know what? Get experience in that. You know what? I always go by the philosophy, never trust a man who's never been punched in the face. Never trust you know what I'm saying? Never trust a man who's never been punched in the face, because that person doesn't know what it's like. There's a lot of motherfuckers guilty of this bullshit. You assholes out here thinking you big Billy, you know, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, you suck, alright? You motherfuckers walk around with this attitude. You never been in a real fucking fight outside of your brothers and sisters. You never had your world rocked. And you walk around with a big fucking mouth on you, and you're waiting for your first one shot at a real fucking fight with somebody, and you'll talk out your ass with all this bark, but when it's time to bite, you motherfuckers fold and puss off. That's why you motherfuckers like you definitely need martial arts in your life. You definitely need martial arts in your life. Because you know what? When you walk into that dojo, or you come and train with me and Rico, if you come with that attitude, you will get humbled really fucking fast, and if you don't, you will quit. You will quit. You will quit. We don't play that shit. You know, that's how we were traditionally trained growing up. You know, you can't come in there thinking you're the shit and you think you can fuck everybody up, because I guarantee you, you know what? There's not only just a handful of world champions in martial arts, motherfucker. There's thousands of divisions of martial arts, and there's over 60,000. Let me repeat that: 60,000 world champions worldwide in martial arts. 60,000 right now. Okay. So don't come into the situation. I'm just, you know, I'm being serious, but, you know, somewhat kind of passive and funny at the same time. Just please be humble, open up your mind, forget what the fuck you think you already know. We'll get to that part of it as you further along in your training. You know what I'm saying? And just be open and shut the fuck up. You know, just be open to it. Just be open to it. You come in with that attitude, boy, martial arts, just the environment alone will break you down. Will break you down.
You have to be a humble person, man. I've learned that through my experiences. You know what I'm saying? There's different experiences that humble me. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're more qualified to speak on it, because we were young. You know, we were fortunate enough to be introduced to martial arts at a young age, and go through that phase of thinking you a young hothead. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I've been that way myself. You know what I'm saying? I know when people are trying to say things under their breath, you know what I'm saying? But I ignore shit, you know what I'm saying? I ignore shit and
I know
exactly really what I'm really capable of if it was really to happen now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you can really hurt that person. You can really hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we went through that phase, man, in grade school. Like, nigga, I fucked the Power Rangers up, nigga, and the Power Rangers ain't got shit on me, nigga. Fuck Tommy, nigga. Fuck.
Like I said, I've been in battles, you know what I'm saying, where sparring has turned into fighting plenty of times.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody gets a little hot head, somebody kicks somebody a little too hard, and it's on.
Yeah, and you know what, and that happens. It happens sometimes, you know. It doesn't mean it doesn't.
I've been in it plenty of times.
Yeah, me too.
Partners and stuff
Yeah. We won't name names on motherfuckers that we clowned on back in the day, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Where it gets a little too heated, heavy, because normally when that happens is a person that's not experienced. You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize that, you know what, we're just sparring here. Yeah, we're doing full contact, but you're not pulling on your strikes, motherfucker. You're really trying to hurt me, and now you turn it into a fight, and I'm going to have to embarrass you, and I'm sorry for it. You know.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, and that's really the fault of the students as well as the teacher when that does happen. You know what I'm saying, when that does happen. But sometimes that needs to happen, especially a newer, you know, for the sake of the what we're talking about, like a white belt. You know what I'm saying, coming in and really not knowing what they're doing, and they're just throwing hands. It's like, hey, buddy. You know, hey, man, I'm not trying to break your spirit and stuff like that, but be easy, bud. You know, be easy, man. You know, I'm not trying to hurt you, you know. I'm not trying to hurt you. We're here to teach you. We're here to learn together. You know what I'm saying? Even of black belt, white belt. Yes, one is a teacher, one is a student, but we're also partners, all right? You know, so just relax, you know, before I have to stick my foot up your ass so far my toes is wiggling out your nose, okay? Hey, man, you know, we're getting close to the end of this podcast, man. We'll go ahead and take it on a different tangent, man. What do you think of what are some of the most effective styles to you, you know, in a street situation? What do you feel personally? Of course I know, but for the sake of the listeners, what do you feel is it effective styles for people to go into, to just get their feet wet, that will really benefit them right off the bat?
I would say Muay Thai.
Yeah, some kickboxing.
First off,
yeah.
Some Muay Thai, or of course Jeet Kune Do, because it's all about the streets.
And you need to holler at us so we can get you right, okay? But what else, man?
I mean, to me, like I said, my personal thing would be boxing, Jeet Kune Do, which there is a lot of boxing incorporated in Jeet Kune Do, of course.
Yeah, a lot of Jeet Kune. Yeah, a lot of Jeet Kune Do is boxing. I mean, it's just a lot of it's just an unorthodox way of boxing, but it's just.
And of course, if situations go to the ground, I mean, some judo or some jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I think judo is definitely more made for the street. Gi, preferably gi, because you're not going to be in a no-gi situation 9 times out of 10 on the street. You know how to, it teach you how to grab clothing and stuff like that to manipulate somebody's body and their weight and their movement and stuff like that. And also another good style that is kind of lacking here, but I want to start adding also into our teaching methods is Krav Maga. You know, and Krav Maga is also a good style to get into, to kind of get your feet wet, but it also right off the bat really puts you ahead of the curve on how to defend yourself in a street situation in a matter of weeks. You know, just in a matter of weeks. And then once you get your feet wet into certain styles, you know, be open and embrace other styles and get into them. You know, get into them, you know. I also think
like I said, it's a mixture of everything, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a gumbo. It's a jambalaya. It's a jambalaya, you know.
Exactly.
It's a gumbo of shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, man, as far as people who's interested in martial arts, man, we encourage you to please get in contact with us. You know, holler at us, you know. We're definitely open to, even if you're already an experienced martial artist, you know, we can learn from you too. You know, we're open that way. Please.
Like I said, I'm learning from everybody, man. Like I said, I'm just back into it, trying to get myself back in shape. You know, and
oh man, this dude is built like a shit brick house. He's so full of shit, man. This motherfucker here, man.
I'm still out of shape. You know what I'm saying?
He looked like a black 20. He looked like a black 20-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger. This nigga's so foolish. I started Jeet Kune Do.
For looks.
No. It's just to be that. It's just a natural
Y'all
strength.
know I'm a fake martial artist.
Oh,
Come on,
shut the
y'all.
fuck up. Here you go.
You know I'm a fake martial artist, yo.
Man, whatever, man.
You know I'm fake, y'all.
Man, whatever,
It's all
man.
fake, y'all.
Hey, seriously, man. Seriously, man. No, all bullshit aside, man. You know, we both have a lot of experience, man. We both, you know, and we both know our shit, man. I mean, we both do a lot of reading on it too, man. We don't just look into the martial arts side of it, health, nutrition. You know what I'm saying? The human anatomy of the body and things like that. Man, there's a whole lot of things that go into it. That, you know what? I mean, why do you think? Let's be real. Why do you think Asians live to be 100 on a regular basis? Why do you think that is? You know?
Physical conditioning, their diet.
Right, because it's you know, them going to school, martial arts is a part of their curriculum. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of their curriculum, but it's not just for defense, it's just for health benefits. It does all the ranges of motion and all this other stuff. And, you know, me and Lady N alluded to it on the last podcast that, you know what, it does help you put it down on the ladies, fellas. It helps you put it down.
It's good to keep the yang up.
It gives you that Master Roshi. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just saying, it benefits, basically, it's funny, but it's true. It benefits all aspects of your life. You know what I'm saying? All aspects. It improves your sex life, too. I'm a big proponent on that. Ding! There goes the thumbs up, buddy. Hell yeah. It's going to take care of that business, too, you know. And shit. And you know what? Let your woman train with you, too. Let her train, too. Shit, you know. And, man, sometimes there's nothing sexier than watching women roll. Watch them do some jujitsu. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sometimes that's sexy to watch, bully. Well, this is better than porn, shit. And I can sit here on the couch and my wife doesn't even know it. Right here in front of her. This is better than porn. Look at these women rolling. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
Man, come on, man, you crazy, dude.
Oh man. But you know what, man? You know what? I do miss the old days, man. A man before Negroes had responsibilities and all we did was just train hour after hour.
Motherfuckers talking shit under their breath and shit.
Oh.
You know what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? But you ignore the shit.
Hell yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's whatever, man. Like I said, I'm just living, trying to get better at my art, trying to get better at life, be humble. You know what I'm saying? And just relax. You know, life is short, man.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That is true, man.
You know,
that is true. But you know what? You want to be able to prolong it and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what kind of weird, freaky shit you guys are out there into. Okay, just keep it behind closed doors, whatever you do. All right. But you want to prolong your life and, you know, really accentuate your life and get the best out of it. You know, you really want to do that. So, you know, and that's why, you know, me and him are we're lifelong martial artists. You know, we love the arts. We love embracing different philosophies and styles and opinions of other people. We love that. We welcome that. So, you know, please contact me, contact him. If you want to train with us, of course, you can still hit me at cyphaomnipodcast@gmail.com. If you're already on my Facebook, you already know how to contact me there. Give me a direct message or whatever. And some of you that already have my phone number, not all y'all need my phone number. Y'all can kiss my ass. All right. I'm kidding. But just get a hold of me, and I'll explain exactly everything that on how to get a hold of us and get in contact with us about these things, man. So, but anyway, man, shit, man, I definitely appreciate you being on the phone with me, man, to go through this.
Oh man,
you know,
it was great. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets to hear from the Rico. I know they ain't heard from me and seen me in a long time since the district. Hello, everybody. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Kisses, smooches.
Yeah.
I like all y'all comments and what y'all think about me and view about me. I love it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because you know all that's doing is feeding the beast. It's feeding the beast.
I love all y'all.
It's feeding the beast.
Y'all can keep it thinking I'm this and that. You know, I'm just a person trying to survive, guys.
This.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
yeah.
you know.
And don't fuck around, because if you get in his face about it, he's the first nigga I know that does a 240,000 roundhouse kick. So, you know.
I ain't messing with nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm messing around, man.
Stay
I know.
clear of me, I ain't tripping, man.
Oh yeah, I know, man. I'm just, being funny, but shit, I still. Fuck it, I'll be the one to kick you. Fuck y'all. I'll kick you through the sheetrock. Fuck you.
Come on, man. Why you gotta kick on me, man?
Look at, not you. I'm talking about everybody else that will talk shit. You know what I'm saying? If Rico don't want to fuck y'all up and he want to ignore it, I'm gonna fuck y'all up. Fuck it. I need something to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Don't catch me on one of them period days though.
Oh hell. He talking about male periods. Male periods.
One of them flashback days.
Look at it.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing, y'all.
Yeah, that's what's kind of that's that Samuel Adams talking right there. You know what I'm saying? That Budweiser.
Nobody's fucking with the brood right now, boy.
Oh yeah, man. Only in moderation. Only in moderation,
exactly.
Guys. Only in
moderation. That shit will fuck you up.
Oh hell yeah! If you ain't got the stamina, it'll damage you. It'll damage you. But yes, we're gonna come up. We're still putting things together as far as coming up with an institution on where we can go ahead and open up our own establishment for people to train with us. We're going to be just as laid back and goofy as we are, just as we were doing this podcast. It's not a militant type of situation. It's going to be relaxed. It's going to be serious during the techniques, but other than that, you're welcome to when it's open for it to ask questions and opinions and suggestions. I'm even encouraging everybody to throw certain scenarios out there. How would you handle multiple opponents if you were in this situation or that situation, or if you're a woman? I'm big into also training women in self-defense. How to protect yourself against guys, and if it's more than one guy, because 9 times out of 10 you're facing at least 2 people in a situation.
Because, these days people are kind of weak, so they like to team up on you when they think that that you can whoop their ass.
They think they prey on your most vulnerable moments.
And when you're most vulnerable, people watch you. People are I'm telling you, people are like stalkers, man. They're like animals. You know what I'm saying? They watch you and know when your weakest point, and then they'll attack.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be on point all the time.
Yeah.
You just have to train and stay away from them hoes. It's gonna get your head tripped over. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from and women. Stay away from them knucklehead ass niggas. And women, stay away from them knucklehead ass niggas. It's gonna have your head fucked up too.
Yeah.
There are female martial artists as well.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So keep your head tight. Don't end up like me.
No, man, shit, man, you all right, man. You all right,
If you do, it doesn't matter. It's how you bounce back up on your feet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you get back up on your feet, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever, you got to get back. That's what it's all about.
Hell yeah.
That's what shows you if you got the juice.
Look, all right, Bruce Leroy. Look at Bruce Leroy, boy.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. It's real talk, man.
Yeah, it's true. Definitely true, man. I agree.
You're gonna have people out there that's gonna hate on you and say different things and try to say little things, you know what I'm saying, under their breath and things like that. You just have to ignore that shit and go on about your business and keep your training up and keep your confidence up and go on about your business, man, and keep on going.
And that
shit get to your head. You can't let people gonna play head games all the time.
And true, definitely true. And another reason that you want to do that, man, let's be honest, man, when you're doing something like that, it builds your confidence. And when something builds your confidence, you're able to handle the situation with more confidence. And that's the more reason to walk away. That's the more reason to walk away. It's like, man, I'm really, essentially what it is, look, dude, you're talking all this shit and stuff, but I'm not going to deal with your problems, okay? I'm not gonna deal with your problems. I got my own problems, man. I just want to go home to my wife, my family. Okay, hey, man. I'm sorry. Well, I don't know, man. I just don't want to deal with that, man. I don't want to deal with that, man. Hey, wait. You're a fucking punk. You're a fucking punk. And that's where you just walk away. Just walk away. It's best to just walk away. Because obviously that person's wanting that ass beating, and it might as well not come from you, and you end up with fucking fines and stuff from wherever the fuck you are, and you're fucking dealing with legal issues. You know, there's just no point in that. The only time where it's totally admissible is when you're at home defending yourself and protecting your family, or you're caught in a situation where you absolutely have no choice in public. You absolutely have, or you're helping someone. If you see someone getting bullied and beat up, you should want to help that person. You know, but anyway. You know, because I'm quick to put that upside down strawberry mark on your forehead. I'm quick to do that. Look, it took forever for me to get that shit out, you know. Shit, come on now. Look, I like that strawberry mark that's upside down on your forehead. Swag it. You know what I'm saying? But, man, we'll go ahead and wrap this up, man. We're definitely going to have more podcasts between me and Sifu Bell here. And Sifu Cypha Omni bitches. All right, shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, Sifu. I'm just a practitioner of the martial arts and getting myself back together.
Yeah.
And
all jokes aside, I'm the same way. And a buddy of ours is going to be moving back to Wichita too. If you guys are interested in Jiu-Jitsu and Shotokan and things like that, this brother is incredible also. So Clifford is easily. Shout out to you, my brother. We can't wait to see you. Congratulations on the new baby girl. I hope everything's going all right with you, brother. Going all right with you.
Much love to you, bro.
Much love, my friend. But we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for tuning in once again to the Cypha Omni podcast. I told you guys I'm going to keep it interesting and keep it diverse. It's going to be different episodes with different personalities. It's going to be that way, you know, that way we can attract more people. Please tell your friends, family, your weird aunt that has all the cats and all that shit. Let everybody know. Let everybody know, you know, to tune in to the Cypha Omni podcast. Thank you to Churbit for backing my podcast up, as well as forshare.com. That's where you can find my podcast. I usually send out mass emails and stuff like that, and I send out links about it. For any more information, please contact me at cyphaomni@gmail.com, as well as hit me up on Facebook at Cypha Omni. Brother, thank you for having this conversation with me. We can't wait till July 7th, especially when Sonnen Silva 2 goes down and Sonnen gets that ass whooped from Vegas all the way back to Oregon.
Yep.
All right, everybody. You guys take care of yourselves. Please be sure to, you know, ladies, if you don't want to shave that monkey, if you don't want to shave the monkey, at least put some baby powder on it, all right? All right, at least do that. You know what I'm saying? At least do that. Take care of your man. Men quit being fucking idiots. And I'll holler at you next time. I hope you're having a good day, bitches. Peace.